Only this channel. Only this channel. Unbelievable. It's amazing. I can screw. I could screw anything up if you give it a chance. Sorry about that, but we have our sound now. Okay, just in time. Um, so let me start all over. Again, um, the reason before we start with this, and there's a lot to cover, and as you can see around here, there is a lot to cover. I unplugged the thing because I was trying to download a file. My power director got corrupt for some reason. Go figure out. Well, anyways, the reason I'm doing this video is um, I've always pulled back the curtain on things, and I've always been pretty honest about things. It's something a lot of places don't do, and there's a lot of people that follow this channel for a very long time. So you deserve to know what's going on and where we're going to go from here. Uh, Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't want a bunch of well wishes or hope you feel better, this, that, the other, um, because you know something. And I'm going to be very, very, very honest. Okay. Um, there's people that do things right. You take Jamie Kegler from the Secret Cabal, all the stuff he went through. He just went away for a while. Okay. Didn't ask everybody. And then you have other idiots that are taking pictures from their hospital bed, trying to get subscriptions after they've been doing this for 15 years and trying to milk things. Okay. That's not what I'm looking for. Okay. It's kind of like, if you really think about it, that guy that works at your office that comes running in and goes, "Today's my birthday." And then you awkwardly have to say happy birthday to somebody. Okay? Nobody cares when your birthday is, unless it's your immediate family. I don't even care when my birthday is. Okay? I don't go running around, "Oh, it's my birthday. Wish me a happy birthday." For what? For what? And the reason we're going to talk about what's going on is because it kind of affects what goes on here and how I'm going to face things and how I'm going to go forward and so forth and so on. This isn't an easy thing to talk about, but I think for those of you that are new here, okay, I think it's fair that I should give you some background on what's happened. Now, for those of you that have been around, you know that my wife was very, very, very sick a few years ago, to the point where we almost lost her. But my best friend, who is a doctor, was able to save her. Short end of that. Oh, hold on, I got to turn off the sound so it doesn't. Uh, okay. This computer has been a nightmare for me. Okay, there we go. All right, so that should. Hopefully, you guys can hear me okay. So, she has lung problems because of it, because of what has happened. And it has been very scary for me. I almost lost her. I was still doing the channel during it, trying to take care of her, do the channel, work my job, take care of the kids. Not that they were young, but, you look out after everybody. And I'll say hi to everybody and everything after I make this opening statement. So, as you know, COVID came, okay, and she was doing very, very, very well. And our in-laws, I guess, from my daughter-in-law's side, had come down from New York and brought COVID with them and brought it and gave it to the kids. Now, my wife was watching the kids at the time, my grandkids, and trying to help my son and my daughter-in-law, who has cystic fibrosis. Well, they all got COVID, okay, and it was my biggest fear because Tiana, my wife, the queen, I was afraid if she ever got it, that it would kill her, okay. So when she got sick, I was going to take care of her. Now, I've never been sick a day in my life, folks. Okay, the worst that's ever happened to me is I got I got the 24-hour bug when the Queen and I first got together. That was the worst, and I never missed a day of work. Okay, gym every day. You know, you feel unbeatable. Okay, well, I went in to take care of her because, you know, I had to keep a close eye on her, and if I had, you know, I was talking in contacts with the doctor that saved her, and you know, if it just went one way, the wrong way, I was supposed to get her to wherever we had to go, because I remember, never forget the day that he saved her was on Mother's Day, and every doctor, she'd been in and out of the hospital 100 times, nobody could figure it out, and this doctor that we had for a physician was just horrible, and I drove all the way across the state on Mother's Day and got her there, and he saved her. Never forget it. Well, she beats COVID in a couple of days. Okay. And of course, you know, she kept on telling me not to come in the room, not to come in the room. But, you know, when you have somebody that you care about and that means the world to you and has been everything to you, you're going to ignore those things and you're going to put yourself at risk. It doesn't matter. Well, I did, and I caught it. And the irony of it all, the one person out of the whole family. Now, I had a daughter-in-law with cystic fibrosis. She was in the hospital for a couple days with it, but she came out of it okay. I caught it, and it nearly killed me, nearly finished me. And for the past 16, 17 months, I have been dealing with immense pain. Okay, my diabetes, where I was just kind of, you know, just keep an eye on your sugar and this, that, has gone out of control because of it. Now, listen, this isn't a whole political thing about, you know, whether this is real or not or anything. I can give two shits about that, okay? This is how it happened for me, okay? Plain and simple. How it happened for me, okay? And I've been suffering and suffering, and we've tried all kinds of different things, medications, stuff like that. I'm on Osepic for my thing, which I get on a Friday and murders me over the weekend. That's why you don't see a lot of videos over the weekend, or any live events. When I used to do live events all the time over the weekend, is because of how bad it has messed me up. Well, the pain where you can't move and your joints hurt so bad and everything has just been so hideously horrible. The doctor that I have, was working at a standing ER. And I actually even tried, we'll get to it, Kabook. I promise you that. He, you know, I even tried to go to a thing where they wanted to do experimental treatments, but I didn't qualify because I was outside that window. So for the past 2 years, every movement, you know, when I work out, you know, I force myself to work out. You know, I've always been somebody that just forces things forward. So he was working at a new standing ER not too far from here. He said, "Come down, let's just run a whole bunch of tests and try a few different things." Well, Thursday afternoon, I went down to the standing ER, and it's his first day there. Okay, so I'm telling him, and it's kind of funny because it just shows you the kind of relationship that he and I have. I go, "Yeah, I'm supposed to meet Dr. X here. You know, we'll just leave it at that." And who? I go, he told me to come down here and check myself in. And I checked myself in. And they said, "Oh, it's his first day." Yeah, he's very famous in the area, and he's done a lot of amazing work, and he's very respected. So we ran a whole bunch of tests. And unfortunately, I went for a CAT scan. Now, let me give you a little history. I've never smoked a day in my life. I don't drink. Okay, I work out every single day. All right, I'm 60 years old. I'm on the back end of the course here, but you know, I really Dr. X from Operation Mindcrime. Exactly. And I've always taken very good care of myself. So when I'm not used to going to hospitals. I don't like to go to hospitals. And for me, um, it's kind of nerve wracking because I've never really been in them that much. So, my daughter, whenever I go, I make sure my daughter, who works in the medical field, or my daughter-in-law is there because, I'm going to hit a brother. Okay, you start sticking me with stuff, I'm going to start swinging. Uh, um, but the paramedic butchered my arm. Oh, God. But anyways, so I went for a CAT scan, and they put that red dye in you, which makes you feel like you're going to pee, which was something I've never had one done. So the tests come back, and he comes in the room, and he goes, well, we need to talk. They have found a mass on my lung on the left side here. And we don't know what it is. And it's one of those things where it's in a position where it'd be kind of dangerous to remove it. I have to go for a needle biopsy, which doesn't sound very good, does it? It's a little nerve-wracking right now, okay? And it's not looking too great for your old boy. So we'll see how things go, all right? But even if it's nothing, it's something that's going to be there, and to remove it is pretty dangerous. So what does this mean? Again, this isn't a thing to get subs. This is letting you know, I've thought long and hard about this since Thursday. And like I said, I don't want any well wishes or anything like that. I'm on the back nine of this course. Okay? And I'm going to explain this in a term that I've always looked at in life. Okay? At the very beginning of this course, if you want to make it in a golf analogy, you can use a mountain and you can use it mountain climbing. But I'm going to use golf for you folks. And I'm going to let you know what's going on here. In life, you put all your clubs in the bag, meaning you take care of the people and the things around you, and you pick up that bag and you carry it through life. I've been through the front nine, and now I'm on the back nine, okay? And here I am with another situation where I've got to stop and tie my shoes, okay? And pick up that bag and get to the final hole, all right? Sign my card and see where I score in life. That's as simple as it is. That's as simple as it is, okay? I'm not like I said at the beginning of this. There have been people that have had things happen, and they're putting on Twitter that they're in the hospital bed. You know what it was about? To get you to subscribe and all this other stuff. That's not what this is about. Because I'm laying it out for you, and I'm going to let you know that if this goes sour, I just go away. There's no farewell stream. There's no anything. I've done my job. My body of work is here. Okay? And it's been a pleasure, and turning on that camera and having you come in each and every time I've done it, whether you liked what I've done or you haven't. Okay, but I'm not going to be, tweeting when I go for procedures or bringing it up on YouTube or oh whoa poor me. Okay, because in life, and when you're playing this game and when you're playing your holes, okay, you're taking your swings. And if you hit a bad shot, well, it doesn't mean you go sit under the tree and go, well, I'll watch everybody else play. Okay? And for me, it's, I've got to pick up that bag. I've got a lot of people that count on me. And if you think I'm not going to go all the way to the end here and go down swinging, you don't know me very well. Okay? I'll still go to the gym every day. I'll still train in the martial arts like I do, and keep fighting and swinging like I do, and all the other, activities I do. You're going to have to kill me. And this thing, I mean, I can't tell you I'm not nervous. Okay? I can't tell you it's going to be okay. I can't tell you that it's not going to be okay. You know? I'm not going to tell you to, oh, hey, do me a favor. Uh, you know, uh, 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 I hope you guys will follow me on my Patreon. No, I don't have a Patreon. I do this because I believe in my heart of hearts, okay? In my heart of hearts, the reason I do this is I just don't play games with you here. I'm an older guy that some of you younger kids, I can teach you maybe a little bit of a life lesson, okay? And give you my view on things. I like to think that, I've always told you from the beginning, and I've said it a million times, okay, is tomorrows are never guaranteed. They're not. They're not. How you face them, how you go through things, how you do things, it really determines a lot of things. So what happens here on the channel? Well, the one thing I want to do. 2 weeks. I'm just reading something here. Came out with type 2. That's exactly what. Yeah, that's kind of exactly what happened to me, Starman. I'll read and say hi to everybody in a minute. I just have to finish this and get this all out, and then we're going to talk about some things that I'm really excited about, and what you're going to be seeing. But how I'm going to face this and do this, I'd like to go, health provided, to Gen Con one last time. Okay? And I'm not going there to play games. I'm not going there to do anything but what I used to do. And I want to do it one more time and bring Gen Con to people that can't go to Gen Con. I was the one that early on started doing that and would really showcase all the little booths and things like that. Not some idiot running around being a complete idiot with a microphone in people's faces. But bringing you different things. I'm going to see, I'm going to see if I can get the usual sponsorship for it, if I can. I don't want to work in somebody's booth. I want to just take the time, not play games, just get a bunch of stuff, ship it home, film it for you guys, get it up every night. Because when I go to Gen Con, I stay at night. I go into the hotel room and I edit the video and upload it, which takes 9.5 hours. So you guys can see it that day. So you can feel like you're part of something. And that's the way I always did it. And some people have flattered me and mirrored it, and I appreciate it. And we've done our best to bring it to you without any silliness, without any not making it about me, but making it about the experience of maybe it helps you make a decision to go. Okay? I can tell you this much. The channel will go on. Like I said, if things go real bad, I just walk away. It's as simple as that. But I don't see it. I'm going to go till I can't breathe no more. And that's it. I have a lot to say. I have a lot to show you guys. Okay? My eyes have been open to a lot of things. We're going to get off this subject, and we're going to talk a little bit about gaming too, which might bore the hell out of some of you. But tomorrow we'll be doing a live stream in the morning. It's President's Day. I have President's Day off here in America. We are very, very blessed to have a worldwide audience, and I'm very thankful for that. All I ever asked is that that hopefully you like it, and if you feel strongly enough about it, you subscribe. If not, that's okay too. Okay? But I can guarantee you this much. I'll be very honest with you. I'll be upfront with you. And it's not a big sell job. Okay? Because let's face it, a lot of people do it. A lot of people have done it with class. Before I found out this information, I had emailed Jamie Keegler from the Secret Cabal, just to see how he's doing. Just I was going through some Godzilla stuff. He's a Godzilla fan, and every time we would go to a convention, he would buy the same shirt that I bought, or I would buy the same shirt that he bought, because there was always somebody that was selling T-shirts, and I would always get I always get a new Godzilla shirt. And I've always enjoyed his podcast, which check out mine. It's nothing like theirs. Theirs is, out of this world. But, just to see how he's doing. And I thought about when he got sick, when I found out that this was going on with me, and how he handled things. He said, hey, I'm dealing with something. I'm going to take a little break. And walked away. And then another idiot, okay, who'd been doing this for 15 years and could never do anything, okay, all right, and still is there taking tweets and Instagrams and putting them up, and oh, poor me. Like I said, it's the birthday syndrome. Oh, it's my birthday. Hey, say hi to me. I know for a fact that, talking about this isn't even easy, because I actually feel, it walks a weird line, when does your private life and your real life separate? When do you, show the decorum? I'm not here looking for things. I just want you to know what's going on. So if things slow down, or it's not, Rob's not doing things. Rob doesn't, Rob's not focused. Rob said he was going to do this. Rob was going to say that. There may just be some things that get in the way and slow me down a little bit. That's all. Okay? As far as live streaming and stuff like that. But, oh my goodness. Birthday syndrome is a good way to explain it. Maybe easier to Gronk than social media. Kabook. You were one of the people I was thinking about during this, Kabook, because you've been here since the beginning. And, we just hit a milestone number. Hopefully it stays there. It goes up and down. It fluctuates. People unsubscribe, people subscribe. But it was a number I was always looking to hit. We hit 20,000 last night. All right, great. All right. I did everything I set out to do. But what do I want to do now? Okay. Well, you know something? I went to the gaming store yesterday, so we're gonna transition it here a little bit, and I'm gonna tell you a couple stories here. I went to the gaming store yesterday, and I went up to the Bearded Brown Coat, and I was gonna go get the new Kill Team from Games Workshop, and I started thinking about all the stuff with D&D and stuff going on with Games Workshop hiking their prices. And here they are, they're putting out like the fourth set of this Space Hulk stuff, and all they did was just give you some different scenarios and different figures in it. And I looked at it and I went, what am I doing? What am I doing? I go, there's so many different things out there. And I'm gonna switch to the other camera here, hopefully. And I want to show you some of the stuff that I've been talking about Armada. Okay, so tomorrow I'm doing kind of a rules refresh. I'm kind of revisiting Armada, and I think I can show this to you. I went to the storage unit, and let's see. And we're going to talk about Mantic. We're going to talk about Parbellum, which is another thing that I want to talk about, and all these other companies that we're just completely ignoring because of a name. And I want to tell you about something else that I think we're going to be very excited to take a look at very soon. I want to go over a few things. But first, let me say hi to a bunch of people. Clint, Steph, Leroy, Razard. Why don't I put on my glasses, right? Brad, Starman. Is it Starman? Yeah, Starman. Of course, Kabuki, Maurice, Lord Avi, Kuthos, Daybirth. Boy, you guys got some hard names today. Kit Carpo, Riser, like I said, and of course the mighty Kabook. So, like I said, I'm going to fight through this. This isn't an easy thing. I've got a long road ahead of me, that's for sure. But, you know, we'll see how it plays out. Like I said, I'm on the back nine. All right, I'm taking my shots all the way to the 18th. Gonna sign my card, see where I end up. I'm gonna promise you this one thing: we're gonna try to make sure that everybody's okay here, and that's the most important thing, because that's been my life mission, is taking care of everybody around me. So that's how we'll do it. But let's see here. I gotta see if it's. I think it's that one. Yes. Okay. So I brought all this back from the storage unit because we're going to be covering that. I'm working on Star Wars over here. Let's take I got my movable thing here. Hold on here. Let's go over here. Let's zoom in so you guys can see everything. I don't know why I need this. I don't need the keyboard here, so I'm going to move this over. Alright, let's just move that over there. Alright. So, I have this set that I'm working on, and I painted some of it. You're going to see a painted video of Star Wars Legion, which is very interesting to me because I was just burnt out of Star Wars. And, well, I'll be honest with you, I've kind of changed that up. Also, we were sent by a fantastic company. You're going to see a video on this. Conquest, First Blood from Parbellum. And man, these miniatures are just ridiculous. I'm wondering to myself, why have I not gone outside the box here? Okay. And I put a couple guys together for the video, and I'm going to paint them up. I want to show you that Armada here. I started putting together one of my capital ships. This is my monolith here, so I got that I'm working on. And let's see, let's move this out of the way. This table's a complete mess. We're going to be working on the Dictator here also. Let's take a look, because I didn't realize how much Armada I had painted already. Oh, come on. All right, there we go. Let's not crush anything and break everything after I worked so hard to get everything together last night. Okay. All right. Yeah, you just go get yourself one of these Craftsman things, because... And I forgot how many cool ships I've got and stuff like that, you know, that I got all painted up. I've got... these guys, I got some of, what else? I got dwarves. Okay, so I got about 4 armies that we're gonna do a few things with. Here's my orcs. They're all ready to go. Come on, let's go. Let's go. What else? Oh, I got the undead too. Oh yeah, here we go. The Agents of Dust. I've come up with something that I can tidy those up too. All my cards and stuff like that. So I'm really excited to bring it. You know, we keep on begging GW to bring us Man of War. It's right in front of us. It's right in front of us. And this fantastic company who, you know, they wrote me, and, you know, after our last video and said some really nice things, and I'm very thankful for that. I've been critical of them in the past because of quality control issues. And, you know, it's just frustrating, especially when you have a channel and you're trying to get stuff out. And I think I was a little hard. And, you know, I'm not somebody that likes to dump on companies, because I know how hard it is to try to keep a company going. Geez, I put this dude together too. All right, it comes in that Winter Force, because we're going to do Hoth. We're going to do that here. Also this week, now after I got this Parbellum thing, and I'm just going to show you the box, because you'll see in the video what I'm talking about. This is a pretty big box. This is a very, very interesting game, and I think it's something that you guys are really, really going to enjoy. I'm finally to the point where we got things settled on the farm, except for this morning. We did have a bit of a disaster before I came on here. One of our chickens, unfortunately, got attacked by a fox. So it was going to happen. If you free range, you're going to lose a couple here or there. So now we got to reinforce a few things and stuff like that. It just never ends when you live on a farm. But we're going to figure out, come up with a game plan to deal with that. And of course, I got all this going on. But, for me to walk away from something from GW is, I think it's starting to say something, and I'm starting to look at different things. We asked for more Space Hulk expansions. We never get it, but we have Star Saga here, which is a very, very, very good game. Okay, Kill Team. Why do I have to pay $200 and something when I can go pay $110 and get almost the same amount of stuff, and the game is just as good. Actually, the game's a little bit better, to be honest with you. I'm not saying I'm abandoning Games Workshop, but I'm starting to look other places. I'm starting to think differently, and I want to showcase these great companies. And I've written them, and I've said, okay, it's time to start taking a look at things and doing things a little bit differently. League of Infamy, we talked about last week, and things like that. And this week, I'm pretty excited about it. I wish I had my stupid phone here. I had ordered something from Miniature Market. It is a fantasy adventure toolkit. And I've come up with my own dungeon crawl rules. And I contacted Herman Luttman and I said, hey, you know something? This would be really cool if we can get together with one of our friends and put together a Kickstarter with these rules. And I ran the rules by him, and he said, hey, those are pretty good, because it's something different. Because I want that old school D&D feel, because a lot of you out there that know what I'm talking about, that are a little bit older, that played the first edition, the second edition, remember the early days of Dungeons and Dragons and the magic of it. And I wanted to bring that back. And I came up with a system that is different, and it's dice driven, but not the way you think. So I'm going to be showcasing that and putting it out there to see what you guys think. I'm also making the video because I want Herman to bring it to our friend and see if he wants to kickstart this and maybe do this. And I think it's something that we have a story in our heads and things like that. And I have a system that is a little unique, a little different. And it's a little simpler for people that are just getting into it, but it gives you enough strategy where you've got to think how you're going to apply certain things, how you're going to do certain things. And I'm going to show it off live here on the channel or taped, whatever one I'm thinking of doing. So, hopefully that is good enough stuff for you guys to subscribe, which I hope you will. We have Cav. I'm going to be showing an interview with Herman Luttman. It's taped. It was on our podcast, but if you'd like to watch it on YouTube, I'm going to bring that over there. Tomorrow afternoon, I am filming for the podcast an interview with John from Talon Games. We're going to be talking about Cav, strike operations, and why you should be playing this game along with BattleTech. I'm not telling you to walk away from BattleTech. What did they do wrong? They never did anything wrong. I think Catalyst has done a fantastic job keeping that alive and doing all kinds of wonderful things. But there's room in the world for BattleTech, for Alpha Strike, and Cav. And it's just one of those games I'm very faithful to, and I'm going to be bringing to you and showing you why you want to play this, because it's different, and it brings back something that you'll see in the video why I'm talking about it. We're going to be doing Star Saga. I'm going to do a live playthrough of that this week, this Wednesday, as a matter of fact. So I hope you'll watch that. And I'm facing insurmountable odds. Okay. We don't know how this is going to play out. Okay. I'm not worried about it. What I am worried about is making sure that I just keep things going. And I'm going to do it. I've got a whole bunch of videos, and don't expect me to crawl in a hole and go, oh, woe is me, or what haven't I seen in the world? What can I go see in the world? You know, if this is it, you know what I mean? I'm going to go out with my boots on. I'm carrying my bags to the end, okay? Regardless. Me, I think I'm going to be fine. I hope so. There's always a probability. Whatever. I don't care. I'm not here for pity. I'm not here for well wishes. I'm not here for to increase my subscribers or, oh, I'm in this hospital bed, but I'm thinking of all you. No, you're not. You're thinking about how you can maximize something and capitalize on it. That's not what we're here to do. There's a lot of you that have been faithful, that have been part of this channel. I've been very thankful and blessed for you. And here we are, one night removed from hitting a number that really meant a lot to me. And don't get me wrong. I'm sure it'll go backwards, and we'll have to, over the next couple of days, it'll fluctuate back and forth until we get clear. But I'm more determined than ever to keep talking to you about life, bringing games to you to make you forget about things that may have been insurmountable, okay? That have put you in positions where sometimes you feel like giving up. Well, don't. I got one more Gen Con in me. I'm going to enjoy it and bring it to you. And there's a couple people that got to answer for some things face to face, okay? There's some people that have to answer for things face to face. You think you can hide behind a camera or a keyboard. Okay. That's not me, folks. I'm going to bring it to you right up to you. Some people like that. Some people don't. I never worried about it. I never worried about being the most popular girl in school. Okay. I'm not looking to be the prom queen. Okay. Because that's what it's kind of like with YouTube, is trying to be the prom queen and get the most accolades and get the red ribbon. Okay. What I'm here is to enjoy the dance. Okay. Don't need the accolades. I don't have to have the best tuxedo. Okay. All I got to do is just enjoy the dance, get to the end, have some fun, and continue on. And that's the game plan. Pretty simple, isn't it? No drama, no nothing. Just get there. I'm looking over there, and I have this black thing over here. Hold on here. This is from. Sometimes they put those inserts where you can put the models in there. I just paint them and I put them back in the box. I don't need to have everything perfectly put away. Okay, another thing I got to throw out of here. You only have so much room. Rob, the prom queen, would be like Carrie White. That's right. I've got to go down swinging, folks. Let's see. Am I missing anything here? Starman was talking about how his friend caught COVID at a D&D thing and ended up on oxygen and a ventilator. Went in 40 and fit. It attacked his pancreas and came out with type 2 diabetes. Wishing you well regardless. You don't have to, but I appreciate it. Life is like Warhammer Quest, sometimes brutal and swingy, but you try to enjoy it while you're in the dungeon. You sure do. Thank you for that. Hey, mate, I know you don't want it. Well, you guys are just going to do it anyways. Again, like I said, the most important thing is, tomorrows aren't guaranteed. So why not just smile and not go, oh, woe is me, okay? And just swing, folks. Swing for the fences. Hit the ball as hard as you can. climb the mountain, get to the top, okay? We all strive to get to the top of that mountain, okay? And then slide all the way down. That would be one big carry. Matthew, thank you so much. Hey, Rob, good morning. I just got here. I hope everything is okay, my friend. I'm not going to rehash it, Matthew, but if you want, go back, watch the beginning of the video. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Why don't we give you Godzilla while we got you here? Let's see if Matthew strikes and gets that Godzilla right off the bat. Even you, on today, you're going to be a little finicky. Nighthawks, my brother, thank you so much for the donation. I appreciate that more than you'll ever know. Keep chugging along, Rob. Keep doing what you're doing. Let nothing or no one stop you. That's a motto for life, folks. Let's see if Nighthawk gets it. Nighthawk gets it. My brother, thank you so much. Big G giving one out at least today. No, I'm a type of person. I always have been. And, I'm going to spell it up. I'm not going to tell you how, it's kind of funny. It's funny. There's that guy that always sit there and tell you what a tough guy he is. Okay. And then he's probably the softest, like a bully. You know what I mean? Pushing around people and taking it to a limit, or telling everybody how tough he is. Okay. Those guys are nobody. You want to know why? Because they don't have the confidence. They have to convince themselves by telling you how great they are. I don't have to tell you that. I know who I am. I know what I am. I know what I'm capable of. I know what my weaknesses are. Okay? But I will tell you this much. I'm somebody that if I see a wall in front of me, I will run into that wall, even though it may be unmovable. I will keep on hitting it until it moves. And it may move just an inch. But I will keep on going until I find a way through. And that's how I faced life. That's how I've done things. Okay? And this is no different. This situation is no different. I keep running at it. I will do my best at it. I will. I have a family that means the world to me. And I have to. There is no quit. There is no woe is me. There is no time to feel sorry for yourself. Okay. Yeah. Do we have something that if that if you found out and they go, well, gee, I don't know if we can remove this. So does this mean I'm going to be in pain for the rest of my life? Maybe. Is this something else? And how are we going to deal with that? And hell, I'll be honest with you. I told my wife one thing. I go, if this is something bad, we do like we do when we're in the military. You don't carry stragglers. Okay? Some people just know enough to be left behind. Okay? I'm not going to drag this family down with financial burden and all that other stuff. I'll go out with my boots on. I'll stop a speeding bus and save a bunch of children and go out like real cool or something like that. But if you think I'm going to die a straw death, no, that ain't going to happen for me. I'll go fight a bear. Go fight a bear. That's the way to go out. It's a good death. What was that movie? Legends of the Fall. It was a good death. When he met up with the old bear at the end of the movie. He fought the bear, survived. Then him and the bear went for one final battle. That's the way to go out. Sounds pretty cool. Legends of the Fall was good. I mean, a little melodramatic, but still, it had its points. It was good. I liked it. But you know, we'll see. We'll see. It is what it is. Not to beat a dead horse. 1998 AI GW shop with two eldest, 13, 9, and 10. Great demo of Man of War. Saved pocket money, jobs, and birthday money to buy. In. Told new stuff coming. Couldn't be updated anytime soon. 2 weeks later, off the shelves. Yeah, that, jeez. That's right. I forgot about that. But I'm going to tell you, this Armada and the things that they have planned. You know, I gave Mantic, and I want to talk a little bit about Mantic. Where are we at? 47 minutes? Okay, because I don't want to drag this on too much. I gave Mantic a hard time in the beginning, but I always collected all their stuff because I wanted it to be great. Dungeon Saga, which I really liked. Okay, there have been hiccups along the way. Okay, but what they've been able to do and what I've seen, I'm bringing in a whole bunch of King of War. Okay, because you know we keep on asking for things. Okay, hey GW, why don't you listen to us? GW doesn't listen to you folks. They don't care. They listen to their stockholders, and this isn't swinging my fist going. It's just natural business, and I understand their philosophy of what they do. But when you tell them that they can print money by reprinting Warhammer Quest 95, and if you can't because of legal reasons, this, that, the other, just say it to the populace. Hey guys, as much as we would love to do it, we have to come up with our own thing. We can use the name, but we have to create this. And this is, you would understand. Because you communicate with your populace. You communicate with your fans. They don't do that. Okay? Instead, it's all hype videos, hype magazines, hype this, hype that. That's not what we're looking for. What are we looking for, folks? Just transparency and honesty. And some kind of hey, you know something? We hear you out there. There's not much we can do, but we hear you out there. It's like it's the best analogy of this, and I want to get to what Mantic does because that's where I'm going with this. But I want to finish this, and I want you to think about this. You're in your homes, okay? All right. Your refrigerator goes down. An incredible inconvenience, okay? Incredible inconvenience. You've got to put things in coolers. You have the guy come out. He takes a look and he goes, all right, well, it needs a part. I'll call you and I'll let you know, if I can get the part and how much it's going to be. And that'll help you decide whether you want to keep this refrigerator or you want to wait for me to come and repair it. He leaves and you never hear anything. And you call, you leave a message, you never hear anything. Okay? So your life is inconvenienced, number one. Number two, you don't know what to do next. Okay? Now you're frustrated because you don't hear anything because you're in the dark. Okay? And this guy is keeping all this information from you. He's the expert and knows what he can bring to you. And you're sitting here and anything. The difference is, okay, that's GW. Hey, we just want to know, what are you doing with this? What are you doing with that? What's your game plan? Just talk to us. We can do we'll wait. We'll stand by you. All you got to do is tell us. And you hear nothing. You hear crickets. And they don't care. Just like the repairman. But if that repairman called you an hour later, hey, here's the thing. I can get this part, but it's going to take me 5 days. Okay? Can you keep things going till then? Can you keep enough ice in those coolers so that stuff doesn't go bad? If you know and you have a game plan and you have knowledge and you're just told and they're completely transparent, Well, guess what? You can get through anything. And even if the guy called 3 days later, hey, it's still not here, I followed up on it, it's going to be another day or two. Yes, you're inconvenienced, you're annoyed, but communication's everything. Because the expectation has been set, and even if it changes, if somebody is keeping in contact and working with you, you'll be loyal. Because when he finally comes and does and fixes it and does a great job and gives you the bill, no matter how much it might be, you're going to pay it and you're going to go, you know something, I'm going to have that guy come back. You want to know why? He let me know what's going on. Okay? But a big corporation don't care about that. What does Mantic do? Okay? Well, let's talk about it. Let's talk about Parbellum. Okay? Conquest and Mantic. Just using those two. They're in communication. Do they do things perfectly? Are they the big corporation? No. No, they're not. But do they love what they do? And do they listen to their fans and go, you know, you're right. That rule doesn't make sense. And you guys that came up with this, we're going to make an adjustment here. They're willing to adjust. They're trying to improve their quality. They're trying to reach out to you, the community, and say, hey, we believe in this stuff, and we think we can bring something to you, but we can't do it without you. And here's what we have planned. And look at where they've come from, okay? From the early days of King of War, from the early days of Dead Zone, from the early days of Star Saga and Dungeon Saga and Armada and every other thing. Hellboy, look how good that turned out. Parbellum with this Conquest. You want to know something? They sent me this box because I wrote them. I did. I said, hey, you know something? I'm really interested in this, and I was wondering, you know, not for anything, if you guys wouldn't mind sending me a demo box or something, because this is really interesting to me, because I saw it at my local thing, and I saw what it was, and I didn't want to put $300 out because I'm constantly, it seems to be a number that I normally put out. I put out 300 this week, 300 that week, 300 this week, and then, I go, listen, I'll do it up nice on the channel. I'll showcase it. Whether I like it or not, that's a different story, but let me showcase this on the channel. This box, let me tell you something. I wrote them. They were in Greece. I didn't expect to hear from anybody because I never hear from anybody because I never write anybody. But I started writing a little bit more, because I said, something, it's my obligation, not just to I feel I need to use the channel more to bring during times when people are trying to figure out how to smartly spend their money. Okay. That, hold on, listen to my grandson. Screaming bloody murder. Gotta love him. How can I smartly help people spend their money? Well, if I reach out to these companies, because I always felt that, I didn't want to be that guy that goes, hey, I got a channel here. Can you send me that? But then I started thinking, as I've paid my dues over the last 7 years. It's going to be, it just turned 7 years. Over the last 7 years, I paid my dues. I've never begged, borrowed, or said, hey, can I, or asked anybody of anything. I built this on my own. No, it doesn't. I'm not a shoe salesman, folks. I'm not a shoe salesman. I'm not the guy that is going to, be like the plastic-haired news guy. Okay? I'm not that guy. Okay? And that's what a lot of the channels become. It's all flash and get and about them. And that works for a lot of people. Rob Bundy. Here we go. Oh, kabuki. And that's not me. What I am, though, is a guy that not going to be, I don't know how to work half this technology. I just had my power director go down, and it has some kind of MSVC R110.dll error that's missing. And I don't know how to fix it. I'm just going to go out and buy a new disc, whatever. Okay? I'm not smart enough. I'm barely able to handle the technology that I can. Okay? It's never going to be professional. It's never going to be over the top. I do enough to get by. That's about it. Okay? But the one thing I do give you is some honesty. Okay? My integrity, who I am. Okay? And if you like that, hey, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. If you don't like it, man, go enjoy the plastic channels. Or there are good people out there. I could sit here, I scream about him all the time. Ricky Royal, one of my favorites. Rodney. You know, Rodney's got the most professional thing that you'll ever see. Okay? But he does a service. Ricky Royal, personal hero. Someday, God willing, if I'm here, you know, I get to meet him. I get to shake his hand. That's all. I'll even drink a beer with the guy. The voice was getting a little scratchy there. But I'm going to bring you something that is sorely needed, okay? And that's an honesty. And so now I've started to go out to companies and I said, you know something? Let me see if I can bring this in, try it out and see what people think, because maybe this is the thing that they're looking for. Because you always hear, you know, Dungeons, as we know, Wizards has dropped the ball on everything. Okay? Yeah, Kabuki, I remember that. That Robinson Crusoe video was the greatest thing ever. Just like I was talking to Herman about Alan Emmerich and Nemo's War, my favorite video I ever made. So they sent the set, and I was so blown away by it because they did so many great things. The miniatures are ridiculous. The gameplay is ridiculous. And this is the skirmish version. You know what happened? I spent another $300 and I ordered from Miniature Market and I brought in Conquest, the Last Testament of Kings, or the Last Argument of Kings, or whatever. So they got me to spend more money. And I can't wait to bring this to you. And they did something that I thought was really brilliant. Oh, look. 2 rule books in a starter set for 2 players. Brilliant. And then I started, you know, I reached, Mantic saw my video that I was talking about, especially when I was going on about GW upping their prices and making things tougher and just not getting it. You know, you get tired of saying it. You think, when you say it's GW, you can expect a boost in your views. Well, that's not what we tried to do. Gonna have to buy more chickens, kid.
We're gonna make them.
You're gonna make them?
Yep.
I think that's the way we're gonna have to do it. We're gonna have to figure out that fox thing.
Yeah, I have some ideas. I'll talk to you.
I think we're gonna go fox hunting. But they thanked me and said, if there's anything you could do, well, I said, hey, if you want to talk, here's my email address. I gave it to them, and they wrote me a nice letter, and they CC'd the guy in the United States, and they asked, well, what would you like to do for us? I wrote them a nice long thing. I never heard back from them. That's okay. But I also thought, you know something? Here's a company that I have completely, that wants to love you and wants you to love them, and they want to work with you. And even if they decide to do something with the channel, which I don't think they do, which is fine, because I'm a smaller channel. My thing is, I want to show how great they are and bring it to you so you guys can make smart decisions. And that's what the purpose of this channel is. It's not about me, okay? Hey, the title here of this video is to let you know, hey, I don't know how much I'm going to be able to bring to you, but what I am going to bring to you, I'm dusting off my shoulders, okay? And I'm going to work even harder because I want to make sure that you have all the right information. Are there other companies I should write? Well, I don't know. I wouldn't even know where to start. But the idea is, this is just the start, okay? Because there's a lot of role-playing stuff out there that you guys have no idea that I have planned for this channel, okay? Because, okay, wizards, want to be stupid? No problem. We got you. Did I go out and pay the $140 for Onslaught? Yeah. Do I want to bang my head against the wall? Yeah. But guess what? I was one of the first ones to sit here and say, go out there and take a look at how many videos were made that went, this is a great game. And they don't talk about the price or the quality or what you get in the box. Because they got sent that thing. When they should be doing their job and telling you, oh my God, this thing's going to retail for about $140. Yeah, maybe they'll discount it somewhere along the line. But what do you get out of this? Not much. Can you take that $140 and do something different? Maybe do that. Maybe do some of that. Maybe go out and try some of this, which I brought back in. Yeah. Be informative. Don't make it about you. You could, if that's what works for you. And people love that. They do. There are people that just want to laugh. So they want to watch people tell jokes and go over games. Okay? There are people that are in this to make a living out of this because they don't want to get their hands dirty working a real job during the day. Not that was wrong for me to say. This, when you talk about Tom and Rodney, we'll use those as the big two there. Shut Ups and Sit Down, which I've never seen a video of. Those guys work very, 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 very hard. Very hard. Okay? I don't want to discount that. I know, because I've been with Tom. I see how hard and how passionate he is about it. What I'm trying to say is, I go to work. I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, go do my job, come back here and do my other job, which is this. Okay? And some people just want to try to figure a way on how they can only do this and be YouTube famous and how they can get you to pay for their patron and pay for all their games and stuff like that. Okay? And some people just really have a passion for it and want to do it as a business. I've said this 1,000 times. I'm beating a dead horse. Okay? And that's okay. There's two ways to look at it. Okay? But you got to be able to sniff it out. Me, I don't want to make it about me. How can I help you get to the end game? Okay? How can I help you make smart decisions? How can I showcase things that you've never seen before? Cult of the New? Not for me. We'll take care of that game. We'll look at that game. Marvel Zombies? We'll take care of it. We'll take a look at it in a month or two. There's 9,000 videos out for it. Frosthaven? There's 9,000 videos out for it. When it dies down, that's when I come to it. Because I've had the time to experience it. I've had the time. I'm not rushing to get your undying views, okay? Because views are money. I'll never forget what Tom said to me one day. I go, Tom, man, this is going back some time. Cult of the Rob. Thanks, Kabook. I'll never forget what Tom said. We were walking down the street at Gen Con. I said, Tom, you're almost at 100,000. This is going back. You're almost at 100,000 people following you. That's incredible. It's amazing what you've been able to do. He turned to me, and I'll never forget, he looked at me and he goes, Rob, I can care less about how many people subscribe. My thing is how many people view it. It's nice to have the subscribers, but I want the views, because views are money. Simple as that. For me, like I said, it's the old Larry Sabisco, Bruno Sammartino analogy. I'll never forget walking into the garden, 20,000 people, and anytime I thought that was the most people I ever saw, besides going to a football stadium later in life, but I was a kid then, and for me that was magical. Madison Square Garden was the most magical place I've ever been to. When I was a young kid, I remember a bunch of people at work said, we're going to go see that match, and you want to come? They were all wrestling fans, and I said, oh my God, and they got me a ticket. I paid them for it, and I remember that ride, and it was the most incredible thing, most incredible night I ever had at that stage of my life. And what are they doing out there? They're doing something. And I thought it was just something beyond belief. And when I started this channel, I go, boy, if I can fill Madison Square Garden, then I've done it. And I've done it, and I'm happy. Where the channel goes from here? You know something? So have I. You know, later in life, though, I went and I saw the Stanley Cup game with the Rangers. I thought that was fantastic. Being a Toronto Maple Leaf, Hartford Whaler, and New York Ranger fan. What happened?
Nothing.
I heard you yelling out there.
Oh, no.
In the middle of my analogy here.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Get out of here. So, Mel, it's too long to explain. If you go back and watch the beginning, it'll catch you up. But I'm not doing too good. But we'll get through it. So, you know, that's all I ever wanted to do here. Okay? And I've done it. So now what do I go from here? Well, now I'm going to refocus things a little bit. And I'm going to concentrate on helping you. Okay? And that's the best thing I can do. Help you guys. Okay? Make smart decisions. Bring you things that things out of the corners that people are ignoring. And if you're a small company out there, a legitimate small company, and you want my help, and you have something really good that you believe in, get a hold of me. I'll be more than happy to help you with that. And bring it to everyone so they can see it. All those excuse me, folks. All those branches, don't try to burn them. What I would do is put them on the other side of the fence. Why? What do you think?
I'll talk to you in a little bit then.
Okay. They don't listen. This is why I got to stick around. I got some eggheads. Whatever. So, you know, so like I said, there's always something going on here on the farm. There's always something going on, period. We always got something going on. So, you know, that's where my focus is going to be. How many people can I reach and help them make good decisions? And not get sucked into, you know, making it about being a personality, but actually taking the time to go, hey, here's some things that I like. Here's why maybe you'll like them. And hopefully you can make some smart decisions and not spend the ridiculous amount of money that I have making a lot of mistakes along the way. And putting you in front of good companies with good intentions that want to run a good business and get people excited about this wonderful hobby. And it is a wonderful hobby. So what changes? We'll see. But right now, the plan, the mission, let's get to Gen Con, hopefully. Let's just keep doing what we're doing, and let's and do it stronger than ever. Okay? Let's have fun. Let's not focus on the negative that looms. Let's have fun. I've been with you this long, okay? And for those of you that have been around for 7 years, thank you. It means a lot. People come and go. Even Kabuki had to disappear for a little while, okay? She gets busy. People get busy with life. People move on from things. That's okay. Was I able to touch your life in some way? That, for me, is the most important thing. Okay? That is the most important thing. Matthew, like I said, we'll see if I can get there. And I saw your note and I didn't get a chance to write back, and I'm sorry. But I will not be doing any events. I'm strictly there, if I go, on business, bringing Gen Con to those that can't go. And it's something I feel very passionate about, and I'm very, very, very strongly about. But I'll tell you, I got a lot of hugs for a lot of people. And I'm going to stand my ground in front of some people too. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to change who I am. Never proclaim to be Prince Charming. Okay? But I'll tell you this much. I'll be there. And I'll look you in the eye. I'll look all yous in the eye. That I can do. Because I've been proud to what I've done. Hey, if I miss stuff live, I tend to watch reruns. Well, no, I know, but usually you leave a comment here and there, and I haven't seen you in a while, so I hope you're all right. Okay, should I email you to meet up? I don't even know if I'm going, Matthew. I'm going to try to go. We'll see, but we'll take it from there. As it gets closer, we'll figure from there. And those that would like to just say hi, we'll find it. Like I said, I've always felt uncomfortable doing that because I don't feel I'm anything that you should really waste your time on. But I will tell you this much. I've been very proud of what I've done over these years. And I'm very thankful for each and every one of you. The reason for today's video is I've always been transparent. I let you know where we're at, where I'm going, how we're going to fight, how we're going to just keep on doing things as usual. And I've taken a deep breath. I've shooken off some of these cobwebs here. Let's go get this. Let's go get this. Let's go do what we do best. All right? And that's bring some great stuff to you. And boy, we got some great stuff. And some great videos coming out. If I can figure out how to work my Power Director and edit everything, which would be nice. But that's life, isn't it? All right, my friends, I've taken up an hour and 14 minutes of your day. Tomorrow morning, early, we are going to be live here on Rob's Tabletop World. Okay. Hi, Rob. I am a newer follower to your channel. How long are you in the hobby? About 40 years. Yeah, about 40 years, because I started playing things in the late 70s, 80s. You take care, Rob. You got me through 2020. Thank you. With all your mini painting, live streams. It helped a lot. Thank you, Sean. That means a lot to me. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, Rob. You give great words and wisdom always. A pleasure to hear from you. Folks, tomorrow's never guaranteed, so enjoy and love the people around you and give them a hug. Take a deep look and just enjoy the day the best you can, even when your son is a little thick-headed and think he has all the answers. Okay? And I'm giving him a hard time, of course. I promise you this much, okay? We're gonna just keep doing what we're doing. I'm very focused, and hopefully we can just keep on doing. And all those companies out there, I hope you'll consider us, and really keep us. Email us at novaprimate60@hotmail.com. We're here to showcase things and really bring some great stuff to people that people don't know about. They, the videos aren't going to blow, get 10 million views, but we'll get enough where people will start talking. And that's what we try to do, is generate talk and showcase it the best I can with the availability and power that I have. That's about it. Simple as that. It's about us. It's not about me. Until next time, folks, it is your old pal Rob saying I will see you tomorrow morning as we revisit Armada. See you then.